Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Quita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 tips on how to decorate those planner pages. So if you're new to the planner community and you're new to this whole decorative planning life and it seems a little bit overwhelming, so you just need a few tips on where to start, that is what we're going to talk about today. We want to make that planner functional but still pretty, so that way we'll want to pick it up and use it. So let's get into it. So I thought in this video we could do a plan with me, and then while I'm planning everything out, I'll share with you 10 tips on how you can maximize these pages, make them look pretty, and yet still have them be functional to suit your needs and make sure that you're completing all of those goals and tasks that you want to get done. So it's a dual full video because I needed to plan my week anyways, and so I thought why not walk you through that process as I'm laying stickers down as opposed to just laying them down and not really talking you through why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that is what we're going to do today, and I'm really excited about it because we're going to be using our new sticker book from Fancy Plans Co. called Watercolor Florals. I did create this spread here. This is actually for next week. We're going to be a week out. You guys know I already have my plans and my pages decorated for next week, and then whenever I do a plan with me, it typically is going to be for the week after that. So that just keeps me ahead of the game. So we're going to be using this. I do also have functional pastels nearby, and I'm really excited to be hopefully using these together, and so that's what we're going to do today. I am using the vertical week on one layout, and I know it says but right here because I know someone's going to call me out, but I did go ahead and change it. It doesn't say but. I did not want to waste the pages, so of course I take the rejects, and so that's what this is. But I did go ahead and remove that, and as you'll see here for August, it now says to buy. Okay, so I just thought I would mention that. All right, so of course with the vertical week on one or the week on one layout, it's just only one page, and it gives me dashboard layout vibes. And I love the dashboard layout because I love the fact that on one side you can plan all your appointments out, and then on the left hand side you can add things like to do, to buy, bills, and all of that good stuff. And so this just combines it all on one page, and that is so helpful for me. And so this layout is just my jam. That's what's been working for me, and I'm not going to change it right now because it is not broken, so why fix it? So the first tip, you guys, is to decorate your planner page first. So if you need to do some pre-planning or anything like that, what I typically do is I'll stick a sticky note on here, and that way I know some things I need to write on my schedule. So I don't write those in with a pen. I don't do that. I just go ahead and use a sticky note to write it in, and then I will come back and use that sticky note to plan my week out. So the first thing is to choose what sticker book you're going to use. Again, you guys know what sticker book I'm using, and within certain sticker books there is like a color scheme, so go ahead and determine what that color scheme is going to be, and then go ahead and decorate the page first. Now a lot of times on my channel you'll actually see a decorate with me. I don't typically write in the plans on that video only because it's just easier that way, and I'm not quite sure how I want to structure things just yet, so I don't write in my plans. I just do a decorate with me, and then I'll go back later and I'll write in all of the plans that I need to write in. So let me grab my toolkit because you'll definitely want to have a toolkit, and my toolkit just consists of several supplies that just help me in planning. So I've got my washi here, I've got tweezers, I've got a Sharpie, a mild liner, I've got some correction tape, some sticky tape. I got a ton of things in here, you guys. And I also have scissors. So I'm going to grab out my scissors, I'm going to grab out my tweezers, and then I'm going to set everything else nearby. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and decorate the spread. That is the first tip, and that will allow you to see everything already decorated and pretty, and it motivates you to want to use it even more and go ahead and write in those plans. I also try to consider sticker placement. Where am I going to put the sticker? If I have an appointment on a certain day, I want to make sure that I highlight that, so I'll make sure to place the stickers where that needs to be. But for the most part, when it comes to decoration, I'm all over the place. I just decorate it to make sure that it looks super pretty and the way that I want it to look, so that way when I get ready to write in the plans, it looks good. So that is the first tip. Decorate that blank planner page first. Get all those stickers on, get that washi on, get all of that good stuff on there, and then we're going to talk about the next part of the process. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate that, and then we'll talk about the other tips while I am decorating my spread. So tip number 2 is to use stickers and sticky notes. So as you see, that is what I'm doing right now. I'm using my stickers. I also have sticky notes that I use to highlight certain things from time to time. And the sticky notes I typically use are these transparent sticky notes. I have these in 10 colors in our shop, and I use these to pre-plan. And so once I'm done decorating my spread, I'll take one of these and I will use whatever color goes with the color scheme. And that's what I'll use to go ahead and write in some things from my calendar that I know need to be done during this week, but I'm not quite ready to write them in yet. So we've got a ton of colors here just to show you if you haven't seen these yet, and they're an octagon shape as opposed to hexagon shape. I know we are all familiar with the popular hexagon shape, but I decided to do something different. So we went for octagon shape instead. So these have been so useful for me. So grab your favorite sticker book or sticky notes, use a combination of both just to make that spread stand out even more. And there are so many different stickers that you can use to decorate your planner. And so I have a whole cart behind me of stickers from the Happy Planner. And again, we have 2 sticker books from our shop now, which is super exciting. And you can use any stickers you like, but the ones made by like the Happy Planner, if you're using the Happy Planner planner, are going to fit in those boxes perfectly. Now we do format our stickers to fit in classic size boxes as well, just like the Happy Planner does. So you'll want to take note of that as well. So depending on the size planner you have, this is half letter. Classic is normally what the sticker books are going to fit. Those boxes are going to be formatted perfectly for stickers, but just take note of that. And even if it isn't classic, like this is half letter, it really is fine, only because it's okay for me. I don't know, maybe not for you, but it's okay for me if the box doesn't fit directly and perfectly inside of the boxes. I'm okay with that. Now, I know some people are sticklers when it comes to that, but I am just fine with that. And you can also cut the stickers to make sure that they fit inside of the boxes if they don't fit perfectly. So that is tip number 2, is to use stickers to decorate the spread, and that'll make it more functional because again, you're going to be using a combination of boxes and flowers and different elements, and it's also going to make it functional because that's the key to this whole planner life. We want pretty planners, but we also want the planner pages to be functional, so that way we can make sure that it is allowing us to be productive as possible. So I am still just decorating away, trying to figure out exactly where I want to place my stickers, and this is such a fun part, so that's why I would definitely recommend adding stickers to the spread. Okay, so next tip is to change up the boxes to fit your needs. So for instance, even though I know this says to but, again, if you're just joining us, I've already changed this, but on specific planner layouts and spreads, you may have boxes and different things that are already predetermined. You can change that to fit your needs. So for instance, if I didn't want that to say to buy or to but, I wanted to use this section for something different, then change it up and cover up the title to make sure that it fits what you need it to fit. So I would simply take a sticker like so and place it right over the wording, or you could use whiteout to cover that up as well. And you just stick it right over the wording and go ahead and repurpose it to what you want it to say. So for instance, instead of to buy, I want this to say bills. Okay, so I wanted a little section for that. If you want to keep with the consistency, you can also put one there and have that say tasks, just in case. If you're like me, sometimes you just want to maintain that consistency, then you can cover that up as well. And if you didn't want that to say tasks, it could say something else, but I do want that to say tasks. Okay, so you see how super easy that is. And then also, if you didn't want this to say notes, you could cover that. If you didn't want that to say priorities, you could cover that as well. So different planner layouts have different predetermined boxes that you can cover up to make them say whatever you want them to say to fit your needs a little bit better. The next tip is to use themes for the month or the weeks. So if you're new to decorating your planner, you may not have your own style yet. And so until you kind of get in the groove of things, use predetermined themes to plan out your week or the month. So with the Happy Planner, you know they have a ton of different sticker varieties, and they have different books that are themed a specific way. You may want to do a spring month, you may want to do a fall, a summer, you may want to pick a sticker book and use that throughout the whole entire month. And so for a little design inspiration, you can try decorating using a theme for the week or the month. So you can do like a monochromatic, which is like black and white. You can do an all pink spread, an all purple spread, or you can again take a Happy Planner sticker book and use that for the whole entire week or month, and just use those stickers within that sticker book to stay consistent with your theme. So that's just an easy way, especially if you're just like, you know, what am I doing? I don't really have my style down yet, but I do want to keep being a decorative planner. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing here and exactly what my style is. So use that as a basis until you get your footings, and it may just be something that's your thing, and that's just how you plan, which is completely fine. Pick a sticker book which has a specific theme that you would like to just use for the month or the week, and use that, and that will help you to again keep things consistent and make sure that you get that look that you're going for within your planner. So here's some themes that you can consider. If you have something you're celebrating, you can do themes revolving around that. Let's say an anniversary, a wedding, any spiritual or faith-based themes are a great idea. If you have extracurricular activities for the kids or sports that you play, you can do a theme based around that. You can do a rainbow theme, again, a monochromatic theme. If you're pregnant, you can do a pregnancy theme. So in January, winter theme. February is Super Bowl. March, they have spring break. April, a lot of times people will do a spring theme. So you can do that in April. May, people typically have graduation, so you could use May as a graduation theme month. June is like summer. July, a lot of people travel around that time, so you could use that for a travel theme spread. August is back to school, so you could do a back to school theme. September is like autumn themed football. In October, it starts to get a little cooler. November is cooler as well, and that's all around the fall time. And then December is like winter, so you could do a winter theme. So those are just some ideas on some of the themes that you can do for specific months of the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and date my planner out really quickly before I forget, but I definitely wanted to share with you some theme ideas. We are talking about theming your months and your weeks, and sometimes I like to give some specifics in order to help even further. So we are planning for, by the way, the 2nd, right? Well, actually, let me look and see what I already planned for. Yeah, we planned for the 2nd through the 8th. So we're actually planning for the 9th through the 15th. And the cool thing about this sticker book is it already has the dates in here. So you could easily use this sticker book to plan out at least 6 months of planning or multiple weeks because of the date dots. Y'all, I cannot believe that we are already in August. It's crazy. Well, just about. We're still got a couple more days left of July. The next tip is to add quotes or affirmations to fill up that white space. So if you especially have those weeks where you don't have a lot of plans, or you're just the type of person that really doesn't like to see a lot of white space, or you just want some motivation and encouragement and you just want something to brighten up your day, use the white space to write in a quote. You could either do that on your weekly spread, these little boxes here. And again, this is just one layout. There are so many layouts to choose from. And so I couldn't do a video, of course, on each specific layout. So I'm just speaking in general terms. And I am going to do a video on my channel sometime in the future. And I'm going to share with you all of the layouts that are available, especially in Fancy Plans Co. We have a lot of general layouts that you see standard in the industry. And then we also have some one-offs like this one, but I'll do a full dedicated video on layouts. So what I typically do when it comes to quotes, I do love a good quote from time to time, and I'll just go look online and I'll find something that inspires me based on how I'm feeling for that week, and I'll write it in. And so these bills, I don't need the whole entire section here, so I'm going to break that up and use half of it for bills and the other half I'm going to use for a quote or an affirmation that stands out to me. So I like this quote that says, it's going to be hard, but hard does not mean impossible. And so I'm going to write that in. So there's a scripture that's going to just help to keep me motivated during the week. You could also write in a scripture. That would be a good one there as well. So it could basically be anything that inspires you. So that's a great way to fill up the white space and write something in to kind of fill up your planner to make it look good, but also provide some inspiration to keep you going during the week. So that's number 5. Number 6 is to add washi tape. So I love washi tape. So I keep washi tape in my planner bag here. I have some black and I also have some white grid, and I love washi. So I also have a washi ring here. Let me show you all of the washi that I keep there. So I wasn't always a washi person. I used to not be a big fan of washi, but now I love it. So I keep this little ring here in my planner bag. As you can see, all of these are from Fancy Plans Co., by the way. I've got some floral here, super pretty. I've got the black and white grid like I just showed you. I've got some marble, and I've got some floral, some other floral as well. So use up that washi tape, you guys. So in this particular case, let's see what vibe I'm going for that's gonna fit with this color scheme. Let's do the black. Now let's do the white grid. And so you can use washi in a lot of ways. You could also use it to cover up things, like how I use the sticker there to cover that up. You could use washi to cover it up. I also love using washi to stack. So I'll put a little washi down and then I'll stack that with some stickers. And that just gives some variation to the spread, makes it look really good, and then also serves as a functional purpose as well if that's how you choose to use it. So let's add that down here. And I am going to also stack that with a sticker. Now let me get back to my color scheme. And this book has such pretty color schemes. I know my flip through that I showed you guys in a previous video was a little bit interesting because of the angle, but let me just do a quick flip through for you guys just so you can see these beautiful colors. Like, look at this blue. Look at how vibrant and bright that blue is for these floral stickers. So pretty. And so the one that I'm using has the greens and white, and it's just such a pretty sticker book. I'm really, really excited about this and using it today. I'm so happy that it finally has arrived because it was like a whole process in even getting it, you guys. So that's just a quick flip through just to show you, just in case, one, if you haven't seen it in that previous video, and then also just to kind of give you another quick view just in case that video was not at a good angle enough for you to be able to see it truly. All right, so let me grab another box because again, we are stacking the box, layering the box rather. Okay. All right, so that is the next tip, to add washi. So you can use a thin tape under dated boxes or at the bottom of pages or to outline boxes. It fits perfectly in the space and it looks good as well. So the next tip is to use different pens. So I love my Sharpie S-Gel pen, but when I want to do something different and I just want to hand letter, or I want text to stand out a little bit more, I use this Papermate Flair in medium. So what I would typically do is, like, these are headers, so this probably would be text that I would want to stand out a little bit more. So I would trace that. So that just gives it a little bit more of a bold look. I could have also done that with the quote here. So let me outline this bills first and let me show you how I would do that. I do faux hand lettering because I'm not good at hand lettering, and this type of pen helps with that. So I have lots of different looks depending on how I feel. I also love a good highlighter from time to time. So the one that I typically use is a mild liner. I'm a neutral person, so you're gonna typically see me use this gray one. And so what I'll do is I'll come here and I would highlight certain things to make it stand out. So I highlighted that impossible. And then I can go over this butt with the pen. You see what I mean? So it just kind of makes things stand out a little bit more, and it just gives you a little bit more depth and variation, and just makes that planner page stand out even more. And so I would definitely use your favorite pen, but then add some different pens throughout your collection for different reasons, to highlight things, to make sure that the page looks, you know, functional, but then at the same time it looks pretty as well. All right, so remember, we are still decorating away, but I'm talking you through the process as well. And I really, really hope that this video helps you guys to be able to see how easy it is, really, because planning should not be difficult. But sometimes, and I remember for myself early on, I was like, I don't really know what to do with this page. And so hopefully this helps you guys to be able to really drill down to make sure that you are getting the most out of your planner spread. That's what we want here. So I'm just adding this sticker here so I can track my water intake. These are great. They're checklist stickers, but you can turn them sideways like this. And there's a lot of tips and tricks when it comes to stickers, so maybe I'll do another dedicated video on that as well. But I just flipped it over on its side, and then I'm gonna write water right above it, so I know that this is for my water intake. So the next thing, and this is pretty similar to when I talked about covering up sections to repurpose them for other things, is to cover up boxes that you don't need. So let's say you didn't need this whole entire section. You could literally take a large sticker or some sticker paper or some construction paper or some decorative paper and literally cover up this whole entire section. Leave it like that if you don't need to repurpose it, or you could literally restructure the whole thing. Happy Planner also has a punch, which I do have it, and it punches the paper correctly to the size of their classic size boxes and their vertical layout. So you could use that and just, you know, be able to easily punch what you need and then cover up that box all together. So pick out some gorgeous scrapbook paper that matches that spread perfectly and add that to cover up those boxes that are not needed, or even just to make it stand out even further. So you could literally have a box with just florals in it. You could do whatever you want. The sky is the limit, but cover up boxes that you don't necessarily need. Either repurpose them for something else or just use them to look pretty and decorative on your spread. All right, so let's go back through this and make sure that I have covered all bases. I know on Mondays I need major coffee. So I'm going to grab this sticker that says coffee, and let's see what else I may need. I think I am just about done, to be honest with you guys. I am going to grab a couple of these boxes, bullet point boxes, just to be able to add those. All right, and as you can see, I'm pretty good on this spread. That's why I love this spread so much, because it just gives you what you need. You don't, for me, I don't need too much more than this to be able to have everything that I need in a planner system and be able to track all the things. I'm pretty good with just this layout. You do have a small window in terms of picking up the sticker, just in case you didn't know that. All right, and then I feel like something is needed down here at the bottom, and we are gonna call it, you guys. And so let's go ahead and talk about the next tip. And so the next tip is to do Bujo style planning. So Bujo is bullet journaling, and there's a huge community for that. And sometimes you want a little bit more freedom and flexibility, and you also want to be able to kind of freestyle it, and you may be more on the artistic side, and you want to be able to kind of just do your own thing. So that is where bullet journal style planning works best, or works well for someone like you. And so you can literally take a grid piece of paper and decorate the spread to be exactly how you want it to be. And so that is an option for you as well. If, let's say, all these layouts you find are not working for you, just grab a sheet of paper or some dot grid or line grid paper and go for it. Create exactly the spread that you want. Use stickers and all the things that we discussed before, and create your own layout. And there's so many different options for this. You can grab some months and some numbers and just literally decorate that page the way you want it to be. Plus, of course, stickers. And so try bullet journaling if you just find that this sort of system of planning and decorative planning has just not been working for you and you want to try something different. And the last tip is to get inspired and stay inspired. So there is so much inspiration between Pinterest and YouTube and just all over social media that it's super easy to find someone that you may identify with that has a similar style to you that you can kind of use as a foundation to start your whole decorative creating and planning journey. And so use that as a foundation to be able to get started and get yourself some inspiration so that way you can really hone in on your style and kind of how you want your spread to look on a consistent basis, because that's really not going to change from week to week, with the exception of just the sticker options that you choose. You're pretty much going to probably place things once you get your groove in the same sort of locations. Like I feel like I plan pretty much the same from week to week, and that's just what works for me. And so you're going to find what works for you through looking up different sources of inspiration on social media. And there's also so many fantastic planner babes out there who have so much inspiration that they are giving that just makes you see things differently. Sometimes you look at their page and you say, you know what, I never really thought of it like that. That's going to work for me, so let me try it. So implement things, you guys. Try different things with your planner. You know, it's supposed to be a fun process. So have lots of fun with it and make those planner pages your own. You're not trying to plan like anyone but you. So stick with it, you guys. And of course, change things from time to time as you see fit. So this is my planner page. I love how it looks. Again, I am using the week on one layout, and that just works for me for simplicity reasons, to be able to have everything all on one page. And so once you get your planner page decorated, the next step in the process is to fill it out. You didn't do all of this for nothing. So you want to make sure that you get those words out of your head and onto the pages so you can start checking them off and making sure that you're getting done all the things you want to get done in your life. And so last thing that I always do with all of my planner spreads is I add one of these sticky notes to the page for pre-planning purposes. So that way I can make sure that I have written in some things that I know I need to do that I don't want to forget to add to my planner spread when the time comes for me to write in all of the things. So I just add that there. I grab one of my Sharpie pens from out of my planner pouch, and I look at my calendar and I will write in some things that I want to make sure I don't forget about. And that comes from my at a glance pages within my planner system. And this is for the week of the 9th through the 15th. So I don't want to forget that, because there has been times where I write in the wrong things, and I definitely don't want to do that. And so as you can see with the week on one, because it's just one page, you're literally just designing that one page. It makes things easier to not have to think about 2 pages of a spread. And so that just helps out, especially when starting out, so that you're not as overwhelmed. So that's something else to consider. Maybe start with a week on one page layout until you can eventually get, you know, the groove of things, and then you can implement a week on 2 page spread. So for the week of the 9th through the 15th, do I have anything? Okay, I do have a talk on that Tuesday, which is the 10th. And my daughter does as well. And that is for our faith. All right, so that is my whole entire decoration process from start to finish. I really have to say, you guys, I enjoyed this video a lot. I've never done any sort of video like this where I actually talked you through why I'm doing what I'm doing and giving you some tips and tricks that hopefully help you. And remember, your planner can be whatever you want it to be. So make it personal, creative, and functional. So hopefully you'll use these planner decoration tips to start your journey and have fun at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel today to catch a plan with me, a little bit of a different style plan with me. Hopefully you got some tips and tricks. You enjoyed it. You'll give me a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it. You'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here, and you'll come back by and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.